why it's beautiful, isn't it? Hey guys, y'all, Papa Brian. It's what, the last day of January? And did George say that February would excuse me, would February would bring in a petite month? Yeah. So shout outs real quick. Of course, the Rowdies, and then our friends at, or my friend at is it AMRC? Man, I don't know where you're at, but it's looks to be cold. um, Congratulations on getting some type of flight out of that thing. I don't know what's going on with it, but I know I did. I mentioned that I'd made the mistake of laying this one over on the side in a landing, and then I didn't know that my main rotor was lodged under the horizontal, you know, the well-lighted horizontal stabilizer on here. So it sat there and cooked. I couldn't shut it off quick enough. So $10 later, and of course 2 weeks later, I end up with a new board. And of course it's the Block 2 board, the V2. So it had places to plug in lights, which is nice, but really not in a place to mount it properly. So I ended up just, you know, using 3M tape. But yeah, I wish you well. These things are so cheap, and the parts are so cheap, and it's kind of fun, frankly, to disassemble. Andrej Strum, maybe? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the guy's a genius in these, and he has an actual video on disassembling this very specific model, which I like. I pulled all 900 screws out, put it back together. Of course, you have to go back to those same videos and see how to get the pitch back right. And luckily I had two of these, because what I did was I bought, here's a short version, I bought this for about, like you, 70 bucks from ERARC is where I bought mine. And when it got delivered, I flew it and burned it up and put a bunch of flights on it. But inadvertently burned it up, and I took and yeah, what I ended up doing was just buying another one for AliExpress for like $53 delivered, and then I got the board for this, put it in, and while I had all 900 screws out, I nicely put those lights on it. Holy crap, I love them. I have one more light kit like that. I ended up burning up light kits on my MD500 because it too was a Block 1 board, and as such, it 4 minutes. Doesn't have a place for lights. So what I ended up doing was taking and trying every conceivable measure through parallel and series to put lights in that freaking thing, and just no joy. I was just miserable. I'd put a light on, and anyway, it's partially my fault in that I was trying to do 5-volt on 3-volt lights. That did not work. And then I started putting, I went through and I bought 1,000 resistors, I kid you not, for $7 from Walmart. And I put the proper resistors in, and still I says, you know what, I do not need lights that bad. I'm talking like 8 hours of work on that thing all told. And I'm retired and all that, but geez, I gotta, anywho. So said all that to say this, good luck getting you one of these. It's the best. Yes, the Huey's great, but when I fly this thing around mindlessly, it actually flies slightly better because I have more control. Even with high rates, the Huey, the nanny board on there, as George would say. What else? Oh man, Cynthia and Gretchen, yeah, we spend a lot of time out by our pool enjoying life, just as we discussed yesterday in my cheesy video, and the name of that video is All Natural. Yeah, we love our backyard and our 6-foot privacy fence. Absolutely lovely. Dale's great to see you out. Luckily, I was able to see about 20% of your video this morning, but unfortunately, I got preempted and then a squirrel ran out in front of me, and I've got to finish watching that one. And I think George has a video. Okay, let's get ready to land this thing. I have 5 batteries, and you get about 7 minutes out of each battery. It's pretty cool. What else? Oh, we'll talk in a minute, because y'all are going to have to walk through probably, what, 3 flights with me? Because y'all's crazy enough to listen to my blatherings. Went out to dinner last night, Japanese fusion restaurant. Oh my goodness, it was good. Something's going on. I took the med, and I take a very specific med for my diabetes, which cuts my appetite, and it really didn't get cut this week, which is pleasantly odd. However, what that leads me to believe is if I don't lose my appetite next week after the jab, 1 minute, I'll be a little concerned that the med's effectiveness has diminished, and I might have to do something different, like get another higher dosage. Luckily, there's like 8 dosages. There she goes. All right, landing. Throttle home. It's just the hardest thing to land. I used to be known for my landings. You know, I mentioned to y'all I started out with collective pitch helicopters. Actually, I started out with old school excuse me, coaxials, and in doing so, I got good at landings. My buddies, Noel Harris for one, used to refer to them as Brian landings. Tell you what, if you don't snap this thing in there, what I gotta do is, I think I told y'all I disassembled my Huey, put another line in it in preparation for the multi-protocol, not multi-protocol, but the external module. And in doing so, that line is hanging around and getting in my way, and I do not want to go through the exercise of removing it. Switch warning, low rate. So when I go to snap the battery in sometimes, it misbehaves. So I got to figure out what I want to do with that. That's called swamping. Okay, so landing. So will it do auto takeoff? How does that work? Takeoff. Yeah, I don't think I have that switched properly. I don't know how to do auto stuff. I'm not going to do auto stuff. Yeah, it's unnerving to me, George. 8.4 volts. I guess it kind of takes off on its own. I don't know. I think it's so cool. And some of the mods that they're doing with any of these 3 is they're putting metal heads in them, which really wouldn't be such a bad idea. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Yeah, one of these switches is high rates. And which one is it? Oh, this one. High rate. So I don't know if that's doing anything or not. I couldn't really tell that much before. I guess I had more pitch, but I just don't have more yaw control. I would like more yaw control. 8.3 volts. That would make me happy, because when you get into trouble, you need some yaw control. And that's just slow on the yaw control. I just don't like not having full ass control of my helicopters. Great for beginners, but low rate. Not so much for the guys that want 100% control over this thing. The rig. So I went in there yesterday and glued the last section. I had like 16 ounces of glue left, and I had a little tiny soft spot, I thought, and I got to poking around in that slide out right there and that bottom rail, and I drilled in it, and that thing consumed 16 ounces of glue, like right away. So it needed it. So now the bottoms are as hard as a bar top, which I like a lot. And not to worry about water damage anymore. Cool. That rig did a whole bunch of work to it yesterday, and it's just about ready. Well, it is. It's ready to go. I'll continue to do just, you know, piddly stuff to it, like buffing it and that sort of thing, just easy stuff. But that thing's ready to go. New roof, new tires on this side. The other tires are okay. They'll probably get me through to Maine. I'm going to carry I have a spare, but I'm going to carry another spare. I'm going into Canada. It might be difficult to get tires. What else? Yeah, I just did a bunch of smalls. I had to repair, isn't that thing cool? Yeah, AMRC. If you had 220 bucks laying around, I think it's about, I don't know, 20 bucks a battery or so. Definitely a beautiful scale deal. And I really love these scale deals. I think in the 20% of the video that I was watching Dale, he also extolled the virtues of these. I mean, I grew up, I didn't have any money for radio control. So I grew up building models, Revel models and all the different models. So I'm a kind of a lover of scale. And this thing is definitely what you're looking for scale-wise. See, it doesn't have the control of the Bell 206.
7.8 volts.
What am I going to do? I think I need to get I need to go on I might just send Pascal a note privately telling him I just genuinely appreciate his work. That's the guy that cracks these multi-protocol modules, the French guy. See, it goes out of control. I don't like that. And see what I can do to send him a beer. That's what I want to do. Yeah, AMRC. I didn't know that damn Bell 206 could go 100 feet high. Because I keep things close because I want to see the scaleness of them. So that was an interesting exercise. Yeah, this thing does not see in dim light. Yeah, it keeps trying to grab, it keeps trying to grab the optical flow. I don't want to do a George and let that damn thing get too close. So we said hi to the girls. We said hi to the rowdies. We says hi to Dale's entire family.
7.5 volts, low battery.
So I have it programmed to go on low battery before it actually starts to blink. Because you're asking a lot out of these batteries, right? Well, yesterday I did a perfect job laying in, and today I did.
Low battery.
My God, it's just beautiful. My God, it's full of stars. Does anybody know that reference, George? You kick out a lot of references, and I get damn near every one of them. Don't cheat. It's my God, it's full of stars.
Low battery.
Okay, one more. You think? Let's do it together. Do another mega piffle.
Battery.
Excuse me. Oh man, literally on our local weather, it kicked out an allergy alert. That's how bad it is. It is spring here. You see all the new growth on these bushes, and It's insanity. It's funny because I brag on Florida, and rightly so. It's a pretty cool place to be, and you can afford to be here. The other states like Texas and New Mexico, Arizona, and California, they're getting to the point to where you just don't have. It's so expensive, you know.
Switch warning. Flight mode.
I'm so sorry, guys. I think I might have even mentioned my wife is having a tough time to go with her allergies. Both of us had to take a Zyrtec this morning. Yeah, Florida's a pretty cool place, particularly as you age. We have just great medicine and great access to medicine, and that's just not how it is everywhere. And in the final analysis, during a certain age, you gotta have good medicine. Boy, I think it'd look a whole lot better
Throttle active.
if it
Binding.
had them skid lights. You know, the test that I did with it, the skid lights are beautiful, but man, they'd flash. One of them would either shut off or it would flash. No, was it flashing? No, it just shut off. And nothing I could do. I'm just still complaining about that, and it's been a month. And nothing I could do to fix that stuff. It drives me crazy. Uh-oh. Now, I swear I charged this battery. Okay, guys, so let's bring her home, because apparently I did not charge her, and that'll be enough on the blather. I've got to get out here with my neighbor and put a new union on the pool pump. Be funny if that fell out of the sky like a bag of hammers right into the pool, huh? George had great luck with his Bell 206. That thing will swim.
9 minutes.
All right. Apparently I did not charge my battery up appropriately.
Throttle hold.
So there you have it. I may, if time allows, slip down to the lake today and go for a fly down there. Got a couple of batteries charged, so we shall see if you end up with more blather. All right, thanks for hanging around with me. See ya.